we're glowing. Sarah, focus. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I have to apologize to you because I was watching last Thursday's video when we set this little bad boy up, and I realized I didn't even say hi to you. I didn't ask how you were doing, which is incredibly rude. It does not represent the values of this channel. So moving forward, I promise you that I will have a lot more manners. So hello, my name is Sarah. I post a video every Tuesday and Thursday. To everybody who already subscribed, which is mostly my uncles from different parts of the world, hi, I love you. To anyone else who wants to subscribe, come on through. I'm new, so no pressure here. And this is gonna go for any acting related video I do. It's not a how-to step, okay? Results are going to vary. There's no blueprints. Please don't come for me. I'm just letting you know what has worked for me and what hasn't. All right, let's get to it. If you're Carolyn and Morgan and you're watching this, you're very important to me. I love you. When you're submitting and you're submitting something for a big network with an agent, you just seem a little more professional, you seem a little more reputable. However, with that being said, you can self-submit to a lot and get booked as well. So it's not the end of the world if you don't have one. A month before graduation, I started panicking and thinking, shit, I need an agent and I need to do everything I possibly can to get one. Here's what I did. First, I went on the ACTRA website. ACTRA is our union. If you're in the States, the equivalent of that is SAG. So I'm from the ACTRA website. I looked at their list of agents. I went through every single one of them, went to their website, did a little stalking. And then from there, I pulled the ones that I was into, and then the ones that seemed like left them to the side. And then I used IMDb Pro, which is so helpful. It is pricey. I think it's like $140 a year, which is very painful when you see that withdrawal, but I use it all the time. In there, I just typed in my favorite actor. I went into the little contact section and then looked at who the representation was. From there, you can go on the website. You can even see their phone number. It's perfect. And finally, Google search engine. Don't underestimate it. It's not underestimated, everybody use it. I just typed in best Toronto agents. It gave me a list of real estate agents, so make sure you're specific in your search. But I did that because even though you can be represented by someone who's from Vancouver, I just thought that if I had representation that was in the same city as I was, that was in the same time zone, that I could meet face to face, it would just make life a lot easier. Before I started submitting myself to agencies, I needed to make sure I knew exactly what I wanted from them. So what I was looking for was an agency that had a small roster, 50 or 60 clients under, perfect. That was like my ideal. I also wanted them to have an inclusive roster, meaning they represent different actors from different backgrounds, ages, body types. That to me was a good indication of what kind of agents they were and how they saw the film and TV world and what the film and TV world should represent. Another criteria I was looking for was I wanted to make sure there was nobody on my roster who looked like me and had the same level of experience that I did. For example, let's just make up an agent. I want to apply to Wonderland Talent Management. If I go on their website and I see that there's a girl and that girl happens to be black and that girl happens to be black and 5'9" and just graduate out of school, so like her resume is very slim, I'm not gonna submit because there's already enough competition. Like, let's not compete amongst your agency. So now that I know exactly what I'm looking for, it's time for me to put together my package. And my package is everything that I'm going to submit to the different agency. Number one is a headshot. A headshot is incredibly expensive. I was crying over IMDb Pro being like $100 and some dollars. These headshots are like 300 plus. So I need to make sure that I love what I look like in them. I know that I drove my photographer crazy because I kept going back to him and saying, hey, can you actually crop it this way? Can you like edit this out? Can you fix the light in this? But yo, money is money and it needs to be worth it. So you got your headshot and then your resume. Okay, my resume was petite. She was a little slim, okay? There was just like training, which, and like a couple of short films. Because my resume wasn't that impressive, I needed to have something else to beef it up. I went to two of my acting teachers and begged for them to write really, really nice things about me. So thank you, Diana. Thank you, Robert. I put those recommendation letters into the package, and the last item was a demo reel. In my school, we had two short films that were our final assignments, and that's what I used. I think that's still what's on there, which I should probably update, but it was good enough. I got the headshot, I got the resume, I got the recommendation letters, and I got a demo reel. So I brought out my laptop because I wanted to see exactly how many different places that I had submitted to, and the grand total is 17 different agencies. And for each one of them, I wrote a personalized cover letter because you can tell when something has been copy pasted. And I don't know, maybe these agents are friends and I don't want them to be at brunch going, oh, hey, I got this submission from a girl named Muhoza. Oh yeah, I got one too. And then they compare notes and see that I wrote the exact same thing and that I'm lazy and that I shouldn't be working.
We're not gonna get caught slipping.
So with the cover letters, I specifically said why I was submitting myself to that particular agent. The one that I'm with right now has a literary department. They have a literary department, and I also want to write. So I thought, beautiful, let me add that in there. And then just, I wanted to make it personal. I wanted to say, hi, so-and-so. I love what you're doing. Please take me on. And when we met, that was the time to do a
Vibe check.
because like a date, everything could be perfect on paper, but then you get there and it's just off, And I didn't get that feeling at all. I felt very comfortable with her and I asked her 1,000,001 questions and she didn't seem like I was just like taking up her time and she had like other things to go and do, or she wasn't just like, here's what we're gonna do for your career. It wasn't anything sleazy and slimy. She just seemed really passionate. She asked me if there were things that I wasn't willing to do, like, are you willing to like be in commercials, eating a burger? Are you willing to do nudity or are you not? Is there anything that's stopping you because of religion purposes? Which I thought was very thoughtful of them. And then we discussed where I saw myself, which I think is really important. You need to, well, I'm not going to tell you what you need to do, but for me, I wanted to clearly outline what my ambitions were, just to make sure that what they saw in me and how they were going to present me to different casting directors and producers aligned with how I saw myself and the kind of career that I wanted to have. Naturally, it's time to screw it up. But for real, the first month was incredible. Some of it was a little weird because I would see people that I had seen in TV like on a regular basis in the casting and waiting room, and I'm like, what the F am I doing here? After that though, things start to slow down, as they do, as they will. It's never gonna be like dun 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 dun. I mean, maybe it will. Let's put it out there in the universe that like it's just uphill. But it wasn't for me. When I wasn't getting as many auditions as I had previously, I started becoming a little restless, which led to some reckless behavior. And then one day I saw a posting online on one of the million casting websites that exist, and it was for a new French mini series, and there was a character who was a journalist. And in my alternate universe, I'm an investigative journalist, and so I thought this role is meant for me. There was nobody on earth who can do this but me. I self-submitted, and maybe a day later my agent comes back to me and says, hey, did you self-submit for X project? I already knew this wasn't gonna be good, so now I'm just talking in circles, oh yeah, I just thought it was something cool. And she says to me, look, we spend a lot of time and a lot of work building good relationship with casting directors, and so if you're going to self-submit and I'm going to submit you at the same time, it's not going to be a good look for either of us. Which is true, because we don't see all the work they do behind the scenes. Every day we're not getting an audition. I think I have to be a little more patient and a little more aware that they're putting in the work. So chill out and don't mess it up for everybody involved. If I want to be a part of a project, if I want to audition for something, I'm just going to email my agents and say, hey, would it be cool if you submit me for this? Like any Oscar Isaac movie, can you please submit me to be his love interest? Now comes the time when I decide that I want to do background work. I had previously done some background acting years ago, and I hated it. We were in the blistering hot sun all day and we were treated like props, and that memory stayed with me. So I don't know why this time I was like, I don't care. I am prepared to be treated like an object because this is my favorite show and I need to be on it. And my agent tells me, I don't think this is something you're going to enjoy. And FYI, if you do background on this show, this ruins your chances of actually ever appearing on it. And I'm like, I'm gonna take my chances. I'm gonna risk it. So I do that, and yeah, I didn't enjoy my time there. I didn't enjoy being out in the cold. And once again, without fail, being treated like a prop. Now, in the final round of me doing things that I'm advised against, I want to talk to you about working for no money once you're assigned to an agent. This is a little tricky because I firmly believe that if you don't have a lot of experience, if you don't have a lot on your reel, doing short films, taking part in your friend's project is very beneficial, because now you get these clips that you can add to your reel. You get something more that you can add to your resume if they ever send you the clip for your demo, which that's another topic. But let's assume you're living in a world where people actually send stuff back to you. This is why working for free and then being with an agent sometimes can be conflicting, because, for example, if I decide to work on a short film that's not paying me and I'm busy for those 5 days, that's 5 days that my agents are not able to submit me for anything. And that's 5 days of them losing income and of me potentially also losing income. So those two things are tricky for actors who are up and coming, but I still think you should do it. If you're really passionate about a project, just be honest and straightforward with your agent. Once again, I'm talking about myself, and let them know, hey, I really want to be a part of this. I think this is going to help me a lot. I think I'm going to learn from it. I know I'm not getting paid, but it's only a couple of days. And hopefully they're understanding. I hope for you that you find an agent, or you're with an agent who truly believes in you, who's actually on your side, and who you feel comfortable asking them questions and you don't feel like you're a chore or that you're bothering them whenever you send them an email. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. I was reading something about algorithms, and if you thumbs it up for the videos, YouTube will push it out and introduce it to other people who are also interested in this topic. So it would help me out a lot if you did that. Thank you so much for joining me and spending your afternoon with me. I will see you on Thursday for a new video. And let me know if you want more acting content. I saw Brie Larson's video where she names everything that she auditioned for and didn't get. I think that would be something fun to do. May not be as hopeful because obviously I'm not Captain Marvel, but anyways, I need to stop talking. I love you. Take care of yourself and struggle proudly.